Morning, children. After the Muslim League, a very important event was Lucknow Pact, which was held in Lucknow. An agreement was signed in 1916, which is known as Lucknow Pact. So, why was Lucknow Pact made? When the Muslim League Party was established, earlier they had very good relations. But in 1911, when the partition of Bengal was cancelled, the Muslims, they wanted to change their objectives, as well as they wanted to reunite with the Congress. Simultaneously, Lord Chelmsford also gave some suggestions when they said that after the First World War, some changes will be there. But nothing was happened. So these are the factors or the circumstances which led to the Lucknow Pact. Now here, children, you see, first is international, then these all are the national ones. So listen it carefully. National events. Turkey. Turkey was ruled by the Caliph or Khalifa. International events. Turkey, which was ruled by Khalifa, the king of the Muslims of the whole world. Turkey was surrounded by four major powers during the First World War. Obviously, because four powers attacked Turkey, so Turkey was defeated and Khalifa was dethroned and not allowed to rule or to remain in his palace. So obviously it was taken in a different manner in India by Indian Muslims. Now here the national events start. After seeing this international event in India, the Muslims, they became angry with the politics of the Britishers. They came to know the double game played by the Britishers. Now they wanted to start one agitation, revolt against the Muslims, and they wanted to start the Khilafat movement. Because of this, they wanted so many changes in the objectives of the Muslim League. And the result came out that they wanted to compromise between the two fractions of the Congress. Means earlier you read that the moderates and the radicals, they also were separated. Same time, one very small event also occurred. Annie Besant and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, they also wanted to reunite them, as well as they wanted to start Home Rule League. Now, Lucknow Pact was signed. What were the main clauses? They wanted self-government, for which Congress and Muslim League both were ready. For separate electorate regarding the Muslim League, okay, Congress accepted that also. In Imperial Legislative Council, they wanted that the members, Indian members, the numbers should be increases. Provincial Legislative Council also, they wanted to increase the elected members, as well as they wanted some changes there. They wanted direct election after every 5 years. Then, if any community is not agreed by any of the scheme, majority of the members, means minimum 3/4 members of the community, if they are against, then the bill will not be passed. Indian Council, because very less Indian members were there, so they wanted to abolish it. Judiciary and executive, means judiciary was overpowered by the executive, so they wanted here the separation, means both should be separate. So Lucknow Pact was signed, and it was very important in our Indian history. So what was the significance or importance? First thing, Hindus and Muslims were united. Not only Hindu Muslims, but the Congress Party and the Muslim League also reunited. After seeing this uniting of this one, Britishers decided to appease the nationalists by declaring intention of giving Indian rights. What rights? Self-government rights, which they declared in August 1917. Moderates and radicals, which were separated in Surat split 1906, they again reunited, which was a major threat to the British. They got scared that like 1857, there may be again one revolt. Then the most important thing, development of self-government institutions in India, just as I told you, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Annie Besant. Because of them, self-government rule started in India at that time. But every coin has two parts. These are the good parts of the Lucknow Pact. But some are the drawbacks also. Why it failed? Because whatever the demands were there, they were especially drafted for the middle class or the upper class. The lower class was not involved. That is why it did not involve masses, means general public. Because it emphasized a separate electorate system, then where was the unity between the Hindu and Muslim, which is also one drawback. Whatever the problems were there between the executives and the legislature, still they were there. It means deadlock was there and it was not solved by this Lucknow Pact. Same thing, separate electorate system was there. So communal veto in legislation means Hindus also were there, Muslims also were there. So if one community did not agree for one thing, so obviously legislature part will be ham-packed, means they were unable to decide any of the scheme. Then the government also started some of the repressive policies to subdue Indians, whether they are the Hindus or the Muslims, which was followed by the Declaration of August 1917. Means these are the drawbacks, minus points of the Lucknow Pact, because of which Lucknow Pact failed. So here your chapter number 5 is completed. Please read the chapter properly. Thank you.